I'm going to make a video to show you how to bring a brand new Aruba switch from its factory defaults straight into Aruba Airwave and then to start managing it with a template. So the first thing that I did was I set up a group, and my group is called 2930F-8. And some things that I set on the group, if I click on the wrench here, I have it set to audit the device config. I also have it set that show device settings only for devices in this group. I don't want to see wireless settings and things like that. So once the switch comes into the group, it will only show me settings that pertain to the devices that are in that group. So this is also set to, push a full template only to devices that are factory defaulted. And here I can use a group template. And then we can just save and apply that. I also made, that was a group. If you scroll to the bottom, I also made a folder. So I have a folder down here called 2930F-home. So to get the factory default switches to go straight in the Airwave, what we do is we set our DHCP settings. Now I have the switch will be going into this VLAN 9 here that I have. And we need option 60 set. And option 60 is the same as an Aruba instant access point. It will work exactly the same for a switch. So option 60 should be set to Aruba instant AP, just like you see, no spaces, and you have to pay attention to what letters are capitalized. The next thing is option 43. So in my option 43, I have my group name, 2930F-8, and then I have a colon, and then I put my folder name, 2930F-home, all caps, and then I have a comma, and then the IP address, 192.168.146.15, is my Airwave server, and then Aruba Switch is my, it's like my security password to enable devices to join Airwave. So those are my DHCP settings. If I go into my switches, you can see, if I do a show run int 13, this is my core switch that's uplinking on port 13 to my new switch. And right now it's just set to untagged VLAN 9. But I could also, have my ports tagged in there that I'll need once I push my official config down to my new switch. So it would be good to set all the the ports tagged for the VLANs that you need that are going to be in that configuration. So here's my switch. What I'm going to do is I'm going to erase this configuration. And it only takes about a minute and a half for this switch to boot. So it is now factory defaulted. And when it comes up, it's going to get an IP address through DHCP, and then we will check that it learned its Airwave settings through DHCP. Okay, switch is booted. And I'll do the command show IP. And it did not get it yet from DHCP. It's only going to take a couple seconds here. And there it goes. It got its IP address through DHCP. And I can do the command show amp-server and I can see that it learned the proper IP address of the Airwave server. It learned the group. It learned which folder I wanted in, and it learned the password or the secret on there. And what I can do now is check with Airwave. So let me go to my groups, and I can see that the switch came into the group, and it's telling me it's mismatched because the config does not match. So what I can do is I click on the group, and I'll find my switch, and then I'll click on Manage. So I right mouse click, and I did Manage, and I'll select Manage here. And when I go to manage it, it's asking me down here, it's going to push the template out for the switch. So I can go back and I can look at my template, which already exists. I made a template up before. So if I want to push this template out, this is what I can, here are my variables. So I can change the IP address of the switch here, right? Maybe I'm letting DHCP hand out addresses, but I want to give it a static address. I can change it right here. If I want to change the switch name, I can change that. Could change it down here. If I want to put in, my location. Now, any information that I want to put in here, I can put it in. I can change some VLANs, and if I wanted, I could turn off DHCP, set my static IP addresses here. And once I do all that, I can save and apply. So now that will push the information out to my switch. You can see it's in progress. Now it's verifying. And you can see now, I just did a show run, and you can see that it changed my switch name, and it pushed out some information here to my switch. So that's the way you can push a config out. I would have a much better template. Oh, you can see also it created the VLANs. Created VLAN 500 and 999. So just a quick example of the way you can bring a brand new factory defaulted switch into Airwave and then push a template down to it.